Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? You know who's with me.
Hey, what's up, guys?
That's right, my boy Eric. Today's video, The Monk. Reading and review, part 7. The Monk is an unarmed fighter and specialist in martial art whose superhuman abilities, um, oops, it's too small for me to read on my OBS. I gotta switch over. Superhuman abilities originate from internal power of chi yeah, it's chi, right? Ki.
Chi, yeah,
Yeah.
should be Chi.
Yep.
Yeah, now they've changed it, because you got to be nice and stuff.
Yeah. So for those of you who've been following along, we're at part 7. Our videos tend to run close to an hour, and
Oh, I have a message for you.
what,
Our videos are running too fucking long. Verbatim.
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 Damn. All right. All right.
Better make it under an hour.
All right. Well, the last video, it's my birthday. That's 30 minutes, people.
I
All
don't give a
right.
shit.
So we are our next videos on the player's handbook are going to be dropped off into like smaller chunks and sections, so that shouldn't be an issue anymore.
Yeah, once we get through the classes, it kind of eases up.
Yep, we're gonna be going to the topics. All right. Well, that's good to know. No, but this is a reading, people.
Yeah.
It's long.
Oh, the monk.
The monk.
Shaolin.
All right. So first off,
Oh, yes, there we go.
Master Poe. If a man dwells on the past, then he robs the present. But if a man ignores the past, he may rob the future. The seeds of our destiny are nurtured by the roots of the past. I feel that
Oh,
statement's
shit.
so true for Dungeons and Dragons today because they're constantly trying to erase first and second edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you can't do that. You
They're
know?
robbing the future.
Yep.
Got to
Yep.
get them.
There you go. All right, here we go. The reading, The
The
Monk.
monk.
Take us away.
Oh, yeah. The monk is the most unusual of all characters, the hardest to qualify for, and perhaps the most deadly. That is why the class is given out of alphabetical order and at the end of the section pertaining to the character classes. To be a monk character, you must have the following minimum ability scores: Strength 15, Wisdom 15, Dex 15, and Constitution 11. Monks never gain any experience point bonuses. Dexterity gives them no armor class adjustment. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Ooh, surprise in the first paragraph. Man. Monks are monastic ascetics who practice rigorous mental and physical training and discipline in order to become superior. Therefore, they must always be of lawful alignment, although they can be evil, good, or neutral with respect to their approach to lawfulness. Monk who for any reason loses this lawful alignment, loses all monk abilities, must begin again as a first level character. Holy shit, dude.
I know, man.
Oh man, I forgot. I was thinking too. I was like, how many different things am I gonna read about the monk today that I totally forgot? There's two so far.
Everything.
Man, start over at first level. Non-player character monks will be aligned as follows: 50% lawful good, 35% lawful neutral, and 15% lawful evil. A brief study of the character classes tables 1 and 2 will reveal that the monk appears to be quite weak, even considering that at the topmost level, a monk can have 18, albeit four-sided hit die, an average of 45 hit points without constitution score additions, if any, and has a good selection of weapons to choose from. Monks have no spell ability, cannot wear armor, or use a shield, and not even flaming oil is usable by them. This seems to make a weak character class indeed, but this impression is false, for monks have their own special attack and defense capabilities, certain other powers, and most of the abilities of the thief class, and some clerical type capabilities as well. So while the class has drawbacks, it is very strong. With respect to combat, monks attack on the same table as thieves. However, they do add one half of a hit point per level of experience to the amount of damage they score when they successfully attack an opponent with a weapon. This simulates their study and knowledge of weapons and anatomy. A first level monk scores X plus one half point of damage, where X equals the damage done by the weapon used, and HP equals the number of hit points of damage. A second level monk does X plus 1 when he or she scores a hit, third X plus 1.5, and so on, all the way to the Grandmaster of Flowers, who scores X plus 8.5 hit points of damage. Monks of median level and above actually fight better without weapons using their open hands despite the weapon damage bonus they receive. Open hand combat damage is shown on monks tables 2 below. In addition, the monks has a chance to stun or even kill an opponent. An opponent is stunned by a monk for d6 melee rounds if the score of the monk's to hit die score exceeds the minimum number required for a hit by 5 or more, i.e., if 15 is required and a score of 20 would indicate a stun. The to hit scores rolled by the monk are never modified by any strength ability bonuses. The chance to kill is a percentage which equals the armor class AC of the opponent, modified by the number of experience levels above 7 which the monk has attained. AC minus 1 is a negative chance for killing, as an example, but a monk of ninth level, 2 above 7, would allow a 1% chance of killing. Note that 1, the monk must score a hit, and 2, the hit must stun the opponent, and 3, the percentile dice scored must be equal to or less than that of the armor class of the stunned opponent, modified by the monk's level over 7th, in order to score a kill. Man, that's
Too much
crazy.
math on that.
That's a lot of that's math with an F, son. Open hand fighting also allows the monk multiple attacks at such times as the monk has attained fourth or higher experience level. Monks make saving throws on the table used by thieves, but they gain certain advantages. Non magical missiles, arrows, bolts, bullets, thrown daggers, thrown javelins, thrown spears, etc., which would normally hit, can be dodged or knocked aside if the monk is able to make his or her saving throw against petrification for each such potential hit. In other respects, if a monk makes his or her saving throw against an attack form, the monk will sustain no damage from the attack, even if the attack form was Fireball.
Dang.
Yeah. At
That's that
ninth
first
level,
level too.
yeah,
Nice.
man. At ninth level, Master of the North Wind or higher, a monk who fails to make his or her saving throw will sustain but one half total potential damage, which the attack form could deliver if possible. That is, if a fireball would do 50% total damage, but a gaze of the basilisk will still petrify the monk. You can't dodge the gaze. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, little puppet.
No, look at me, Calipsis or Calibus or
Medusa.
no. Remember the creature with the long neck from the Monster
What was?
Manual?
Yeah. Oh, what? No, what was it?
It started with a C. Um,
Can't remember it.
I can't.
Catablepis.
Yeah, the Catablesis.
Don't
Yo,
look at
look
me,
at me, little
Catablepis.
Catablesis.
Oh man. All right. At first level of experience, a monk is as likely to be surprised as any other character, i.e., 33 and a third percent of of the time. This chance goes down to 32 a second, and there goes that thereafter goes down 2% per level. So there is only a 30% chance of surprising a third level monk, 28% at fourth level, 26 at fifth level, etc. Monks have the following thief abilities, which they perform at identical levels of experience to that of a thief, i.e., a first level monk performs as a first level thief, second level monk is a second level thief, etc. The abilities are 1. Open locks, 2. Find remove traps, 3. Move silently, 4. Hide in shadows, 5. Hear noise, 6. Climb walls. Now I can understand the last four, but open locks and find remove traps. What are you doing in that dojo of yours?
Hey man, you are Shaolin monk, dude. All right, you
What
learn
is this?
things.
Is this your Wu Tang style? What is
Yeah,
it?
man.
Oh man. Okay. Although the chance of falling while climbing is the same as that of a thief of equal level, monks can escape damage. Monks can escape taking damage as follows. At fourth level, disciple, a monk can fall up to 20 feet as if he or she is within 1 foot of a wall. At sixth level, master, a monk can fall up to 30 feet if he or she is within 4 feet of a wall. At 13th level, Master of Winter, a monk can fall any distance if he or she is within 8 feet of a wall.
Now, when they mean wall, that also counts as like a cliff or anything.
Yeah, any kind of surface,
Yeah, so you fall, you could be like way up in the clouds and you're like, I'm not worried. Why? Because I see a mountain.
right? I'm within 8 feet of Mount Everest. I can fall all the way down to K2 and not die. This
Can
shit.
you imagine that? You're the DM, you're like the dragon takes you fly up in the high, and you're all beating on it. You're all beating on Tiamat, and Tiamat's like, oh no, I'm about to die because I'm taking
I
50
took my
points.
55 hit points. I'm gonna die.
I'm about to know. She'd be like, I just took 40 hit points. I can't take another blow. I release you. Like, ah.
Bug's like, fuck your mountain. Oh
I forgot
man.
about that rule. Okay, okay.
Right?
Gotta keep the time limit. That's how we get out of hand. All right,
Right?
progress.
Monk must have an opportunity. I know Minion came over here and was all glaring at me. I'm like, I'm reading, Minion, go away. So he got all mad and he stumbled up the stairs and I felt so bad. He's so mad. He'll probably start barking up there soon.
Yep.
He gets mad when I read. The monk must have an opportunity to periodically make contact with the wall during the descent. Well, if you're within 8 feet of a wall, you ain't making contact.
Yep. Apparently a monk can.
Yeah, apparently, periodically push out a slipper foot. The wall is used by the monk to slow the fall so that no hit points of damage are sustained from the fall. Note that when reference to a wall is made, any similar surface, such as a tree trunk, cliff face, and the like, are equally useful to the monk.
God.
The other abilities of the monks are shown at the monk's ability table below.
Wait a
And
minute.
this is
I know I'm gonna keep getting in trouble for this, but you could argue that a large or gargantuan creature such as like a titan or a
yeah, yeah,
stone
they can make
golem
the fall.
or iron golem
Yep.
that you're like, well, I'm aiming towards that so that I can touch him and slide the way down.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm never gonna get over that. All right, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm sliding down the Titan.
Hashtag
Right, so the
Titan love
monks
letter. I still haven't made that
hashtag
video.
Titan love letter.
Unless you go and listen to the Monster Manual T, you're not gonna know about the Titan love letter.
Hashtag Titan love letter. All right, the monk's ability table. Level novice, level 1. Effective armor class 10. 15 move. Open hand attacks per melee round 1. D3 points of damage. No special abilities. Initiate level 2. Armor class 9. 16 move. 1 melee attack per round. D4 damage. Open hand. No special abilities. Brother, level 3, armor class 8, 17 move, 1 attack per round, d6, and the special ability A, which is the ability to speak with animals as druids do, beginning at 3rd level of experience.
Which I always
So
thought
what
that
I'm
was
going to do
weird.
here, yeah, what I'm going to do here is these special abilities. I'm just going to read them along with this
As you
chart.
go,
That
yeah.
way, it's not going, yeah, because otherwise you're like, well, when do they get that?
Yeah.
So level disciple, level 4, 7 armor class, 18 move, 5. This is where the attacks for this first edition always drove me crazy. You get 5 attacks every 4 rounds.
Yeah, so you get every 4
1 attack
rounds, you
for
get
4
2
rounds.
attack. You get 2 attacks within those 4 rounds.
Yeah, so you get for 3 rounds you get 1 attack, the 4th round you get 2, and then you rotate over. Yeah. I'm like, "What? This is crazy."
I always thought that was stupid, especially the
Yeah,
5-4, but alright, go ahead.
right? 5-4 really just give me 1 attack, stupid.
I know.
D6 open hand damage. Special ability B. The ability to master the mind so the ESP only has a 30% chance of success. This power begins at 4th level, and which each level of experience which the monk gains after the chance for success of ESPing the monk's thoughts drop by 2%, i.e., 28% chance of success at 5th level, 26 on 6th level, etc. Immaculate, level 5, 7 armor class, 19 move, Stupid 5 to 4 attacks per melee round. D6 plus 1 open hand damage. And special ability C. At 5th level experience, at 5th level, What? At fifth experience level, a monk is not subject to disease of any sort. No, nor is he ever affected by haste or slow
That is
spells.
nice.
Ooh, yeah, but you're not affected by haste either. That's a penalty. Can't cast haste on you to make you attack faster than 5 attacks per every 4 rounds. Master level 6, armor class 6, 20 move, 3 out of every 2 for attacks per melee round, 2d4 for damage. Special ability D, the ability to self induce catalepsy to appear dead. This can be done perfectly as a 6th level or higher monk is able to lower his or her body temperature and heart rate. The monk is able to maintain this state for twice the number of turns, 10-minute periods, which equal his level, i.e., 12 turns at 6th level. 12 turns, that's like 2 hours. 14 at 7th, etc. And that was D. So Superior Master, level 7, armor class 5, 21 move, 3 attacks every 2 rounds, 2d4 plus 1 with special ability E, or 2d4 plus 1 damage. Special ability E, at 7th level, the monk gains the ability to heal damage on his or her body. The amount of damage which can be healed is 2 to 5 hit points, d4 plus 1. And this amount increases by 1 hit point with each experience level gained thereafter, i.e., 3 to 6 hit points at 8th, 4 to 7 at ninth, etc. This may be done once per day. Master of Dragons, level 8, armor class 4, 22 move, 3 every 2 rounds of attacks, 2d6 damage. Special ability F, the ability to speak with plants as druids do. This power is attained at 8th level. Master of the Northwind, 9th level, armor class 3, movement 23, 2 attacks per round finally, and 3d4 damage. Special ability G, beguiling, charms, hypnosis, and suggestion spells have only a 50% chance of affecting a monk of 9th level experience. That is, the monk is 50% resistance to such magic. This resistance increases 5% per level thereafter, so that at 10th level, such spells have but a 45% chance of affecting the monk, 40% at 11th level, and so on. Saving throw applies if resistance fails. Master of the West Wind, level 10, armor class 3, 24 move, 2 attacks per round, uh, 2d4 plus 1 damage. Special ability H, telepathic and mind blasts, i.e., the mind flayer, upon a monk of 10th level or higher are made as if the character had an 18 intelligence due to the monk's mental discipline. Oh, Master of the Southwind, level 11. Armor class 2, 25 move, 5 attacks every 2 rounds. 2d4, oh no, 2d6 plus 1 damage. And special ability I. At 11th and higher levels of experience, monks are not affected by poison of any type. Master of the East Wind, level 12, 1 armor class, 26 move, 5 attacks every 2 rounds. Is that 4d4 damage? Special ability J. Beast and quest spells have no effect upon monks of 12th level or higher. And we have Master of Winter, 13th level, armor class 0, 27 move, 5 attacks every 2 rounds, 4d4 plus 1 damage. And the special ability K. The last ability gain, and perhaps the most terrible power, is that fabled attack which enables the monk to set up vibrations in the body of the victim, and the monk can then control such vibrations so as to cause death to occur when the monk stops them. Known as the quivering palm, the monk merely touches his victim to set upon the deadly vibration. The victim can be virtually any creature. This power is limited as follows. Number 1, it can be attempted but once per week, and the monk must touch the attendant victim within 3 melee rounds, or the power is drained for 1 week. It has no effect on undead or creatures which can be hit only by magical weaponry. Oh, that cuts down a lot.
Mhm.
Number 3, the victim cannot have more hit dice than the monk using the power, and in any event, the total hit points of the victim cannot exceed those of the monk by more than 200%, or the power has no effect.
Damn, all these math, dude. You're like, what
Yeah,
the hell?
this is how I became so good at math.
Yeah.
Between
Because I gotta
this and
calculate all this
doing
stuff?
calculating army lists and stuff for Warhammer, yeah. And number 4, the command to die, control of the vibrations, must be given by the monk within the set time limit, or else the vibrations simply cease of their own accord and do no damage whatsoever. Time limit of death command is 1 day per level of experience of the monk has gained at the time the power is used. So you were talking about a level 13 monk that gets this ability. So he has about 2 weeks
Yeah, to
to
decide
do
whether he wants you to die or not. It's like, "Ah!"
right? A week later, you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about that guy. Die, sucker."
Yeah, you know? So and
Yeah,
so, it's been a murder hobo lately. I guess we'll keep him around. The other
right?
player character's like, "What? Oh, yeah, remember when
Yeah,
I touched you?"
yeah,
"Yeah."
yeah,
"Well, I
you're gonna
gave the
die, though.
DM a note." I was like, "What?"
I reminded him. Master of Autumn, level 14, -1 armor class, 28 move, 3 attacks per round, 5d4 damage. Master of Summer, level 15, -1 armor class, movement 29, 3 attacks per round, and 6d4 damage. Master of Spring, level 16, -2 armor class, 30 move, 4 attacks per round, 5d6 damage. And Grandmaster of Flowers, level 17, -3 armor class, 32 move, 4 attacks per round, 8d4 damage. Why could you just be 48 damage?
Yeah,
It all evolves, except for the d6s and the d3, they all revolve around that d4.
yeah,
8 to 32 points of damage.
because they
Eesh.
would make it harder for you to roll high with four-sided dice. Or would it be easier? Maybe
It
it's
would be
easier.
easier because at 4d8, you can roll 4 1s. At 8d4, you're rolling a minimum of 8, so that's twice as much damage.
Yeah.
Whew.
That is brutal because, on average, you're probably gonna be doing at least close to
Probably
20 hit
16.
points. 15 to
Yeah,
20
16 to
per hit.
20. And if you
And
hit all 4 times,
mhm,
you're taking out Tiamat
in the chest.
in the chest, my bloody chest. Oh man. There are a number of strictures which monk characters must abide by. These restrictions apply to 1. Armor and weapons, 2. Treasure, 3. Magic items usable, 4. Strength ability adjustments, 5. Henchmen, and 6. Advancement in levels as follows. 1. Armor, as previously stated, cannot be worn. Weapons usable by monk characters are shown on character class table 2. Weapons not listed cannot be used. End of story. Monks, much like paladins, may not retain more than a small fraction of whatever treasure they gain. A monk may possess no more than 2 magical weapons and 3 other magical items at any time. While monks may retain money sufficient for their modest needs and to support their henchmen, all other treasure and excess magic items must be bestowed upon non-player religious institutions. No, I know you were the party cleric, but I'm not donating my beads of power to you.
Yep.
Monks do not gain any bonuses either with respect to increasing to hit probability or to increase hit points of damage for strength ability. Until attaining the rank of master, monks may not have any hirelings or henchmen at all. At sixth level of experience, monks may hire persons on a short duration basis for the dungeon of a single adventure only. At this level, they may also acquire up to 2 henchmen. Henchmen may be fighters, but not paladins nor rangers, thieves, or assassins. Which, with each level of experience above the sixth which the monk attains, he or she may add 1 additional henchman until the maximum number of established. Until the maximum number established by the monk's charisma score is reached. Monks will gain followers upon attaining 8th level. This is discussed hereafter. Number 6, there can be only a limited number of monks above 7th level. There are 3 8th level, and but one of each level higher. Wow.
Yep, that's
When
why I
a
put
player
on there higher
character,
levels are hard to obtain.
yeah, holy shit. When a player character monk gains sufficient experience points to qualify him or her for 8th level, the commensurate abilities are attained only temporarily. The monk must find and defeat in single combat hand to hand without weapons or magic items one of the 8th level monks, the white, the green, or the red. Dun, dun, dun. That's Mexico, son. The same must be done at ninth and higher levels. The loser of these combats lose enough experience points to place him or her at the lowest level possible to attain the level just beneath the new
Oh
level.
my god.
Man, F off.
Dude, that was wrong. That was I
Right?
never played by those rules.
Yep.
No.
The monk character will know where to locate the higher level monks, and he or she must proceed immediately to do combat or else lose experience points equal to the number which will place him or her at the lowest number possible to have attained the level just beneath that of the monk he or she should have sought out but did not. So you're in the middle of a dungeon. Oh, sorry, I gotta go fight this guy. That is, the player character drops to 7th level in the above case and then must work upwards once again.
Yeah, no, my DM,
Man.
he let us know about the rule because I played a monk, and once I got there, I think I had to face, like, 1 or 2 challenges, and 1 I beat, and then once I was trying to go from 8s to knights, I failed, and, I just looked at him, and I was just like, "This is stupid," and he goes, "Yeah, I know, Joaquin, sorry," and then from that point
You
on
should have read the rules, Lucky Charm.
yeah, from that from that point on, man, we never played that by that rule, and neither did I. I just thought it was stupid. No other class had to waste all their experience points and keep, trying to go up. That's stupid. But
Yeah.
I digress. Continue.
I digress. Followers. When a monk player character attains the 8th level of experience, he or she will gain a number of monks as followers upon defeating the monk which held the 8th level position that the player character has now gotten. He or she will attract 2 to 5 first level monks if the player character has a monastery or monastery like building to use as a headquarters. Dude, whenever I hear that, dude, it just reminds me of like when the other kung fu master was coming to look for the other kung fu master, and all his little disciples run out and then stop with the little with the little kung fu slippers.
Yep.
And they're like, "I am here to speak with your kung fu master." And then his little disciples like look at each other all surprised. Oh shit!
No, we
Sorry,
didn't
dude.
have
It's in
that.
every kung fu movie. I digress. These followers may be worked upwards in levels of experience. The player character will attract 1 or 2 additional monks at first level for each additional level of experience the player gains. While followers of a monk are as loyal as his or her other henchmen, they automatically leave service when they attain the level of superior master. So when they're 7th level, they're like, all right, F off, bitches. We're off to fight our 8th level dude. All followers will be of the exact same alignment as the monk player character. If he or she changes alignment, the current followers will desert, but new ones can still be gained by advancement in level. The monastery or monastery like headquarters of the monk can be that of the character he or she defeated to attain 8th level or higher. So not only do you take this guy's tile, you're like, I will take your dojo too. How dare you use your Wu Tang sword against me? For that, you're gonna die.
I
Oh
forgot
my
about
god.
that, dude.
Now I
Because
am taking you,
then you have to go and fight this guy again once you get your stuff back.
right? So you go there, you beat this guy, and now I take your followers. Your followers have belonged to me. And now your dojo is mine. Go, peasant, leave my sight.
Yeah, 6 months, 3 months later of game time, I'm back.
Right? The guy's like, oh, now you got to fight him again. Or it can be a special building oh, Jesus Christ. Or it can be a building specially constructed by the monk player character after attaining 8th level or higher. In the latter case, the monk may retain up to 250,000 gold piece value and treasure in order to finance construction of the place. He or she may also retain sufficient funds thereafter to maintain such a place. Note that monk followers require no support, upkeep, or pay of any sort. They're like,
Mm.
oh, we were just here for the master.
And you know what?
And that's it. I'm making a monk.
So a lot of players that I've talked to with like DMs and stuff, how they would get around that rule right there is they would always claim that they're saving up for their their
I'm saving up
monastery
for my being.
and then never use it. All right, so this is definitely a quick video. So we got the wrap up. Next video, part 8 is the multi-class. Let me check the time. 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, pretty good. So I asked Eric, I go, did you ever play a monk out of interesting stories? And
No, I killed too many brain cells as a 20 something. I don't remember none of my young adventures.
I remember I did have a character. I don't even remember his name.
Well, I bet you I could guess.
No, nothing. I can't remember his name. Like it wasn't even named after David Carradine or Qua.
It wasn't something Lee
Yeah,
or
no, it wasn't Bruce Lee. Nothing. You know, nothing
Bruce
like that.
Leroy.
Bruce Leroy. No, it wasn't Bruce Leroy, the Last Dragon.
Oh shit, the
Um,
last samurai.
yeah. So, at this point, we were kind of messing around with more with backstories and things, and so I had rolled up high enough to be a monk, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so cool." And this is the third time that I played a monk, and so now I had more swing of things. And I chose my background as that I was a runaway from the Scarlet Brotherhood. Like I went there, I trained, I'm first level, and then I didn't like their politics or anything that was going on, and so I left the temple. And so I was able to board one of their ships, and that's when I meet up with the party group. And I want to say we ended up in Kalen because the adventure we played were the Ghost of Saltmarsh, and so I end up
Okay.
there, and that's how I meet up with the adventuring group. And every now and then, every 3 levels, 2 to 3 levels, a Scarlet Brotherhood member, whether it's a monk
Oh.
or an assassin or a thief, would come and try to kill me.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was cool, like taking that lore, the Scarlet Brotherhood, and my DM would like let me know what I knew about it from the initial, and then every now and then I'd learn a little bit more about it, and the other characters did too, the players did too, and so we had a lot of
That's
fun,
kind of cool.
with being tracked, as we're going through our regular adventures. And then I want to say around 7th or 8th level, I had found a necklace of non-detection, and so then once I
Mhm.
had put that on, they had forgot about me. But it was cool. It didn't dominate our adventure or anything. It was just a fun little way of just every now and then just throwing some random encounter. And it like he never
Mhm.
threw it in when like we're in the middle of the module and we've gotten our butt kicked and then, you know, um master whoever shows up like, "Aha, I've tracked you. I've been watching you," you know?
Show enough shows up from the Last Dragon. Be like, show enough.
Yeah. But every now and then we'd be somewhere traveling and we'd have our tea poisoned or our drinks poisoned, and it's just some crazy stuff that
Oh shit.
I look back, I was like, that's how you do something interesting with a player character background, having a hidden enemy.
Yeah,
You don't make it the
that's
focus
cool.
of the adventure. Just you just add a little spice to it every now and then you're done with it. It shouldn't be the entire campaign of this character.
Mhm.
Um, Second one is actually a really funny story. So we're gonna wrap this up after this adventure. I want to thank you all for making it this far. Hey, we're under 45 minutes. That's actually really good
All
for us.
right.
So real quick, had a player. His name was Mike, and he went to China to go and become a Shaolin monk, and he lived there for a while.
The
And he
MJ.
was he was doing really good with Taekwondo. Won some tournaments. So
You talking about MJ?
what?
You talking about MJ?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, MJ. I know MJ.
Okay. All right, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
he
MJ
went there,
played in
and
my
then
D&D
shortly
group.
afterwards, who was the other one? Eddie? Not Eddie. What was his name? The other guy that worked for Dark Tower went.
Well, I don't remember that. I just remember MJ.
Yeah,
And
MJ
so
went. Yeah, he's back,
MJ
dude.
named
Oh,
his
okay.
D&D character MJ.
Yeah.
And we played at my apartment and we were playing the Dragon Mountain.
Was this up in Seattle?
No, this is up in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay, okay. When he came back or before he left?
before he left.
Okay, okay.
So, he played a monk, and this is 3rd edition. And so, his first game, he, uh, was buying a horse, and I just thought it was a role-playing opportunity like I always do with you guys. I go, "Look, in the player's handbook, you'll note that a horse is 50 gold pieces, but he wants 100 because you guys are way off in the middle of wherever. So he's
Mhm.
overcharging, but I just thought it'd be a haggling moment, you know? And MJ was like, Is he trying to cheat me?" I go, "Well, you see these charging a little bit outrageous prices, so, he's not necessarily trying to cheat you because
Trying to
you don't."
cheat. Is he trying to cheat me? I can imagine him saying that
Yeah,
too.
and he was just, he was like, I go, "Well,
He
you don't have to buy the
disrespecting
horse from
me?
him." I go, "But he's trying to cheat me." And I was like, "No," and then I saw where it was going. I was like, "No, no, 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 no. You can haggle.
No, wait, stop.
You can haggle with him, and then you can get it for cheaper price." That's what happens with these merchants. Like, this guy tried to cheat me. He's like, I pull out 50 gold pieces and I drop it in his hand. And the guys I role play the merchant and was like, "Well, I'm asking for 100, so I need more. How much more can you add to this?" And MJ goes, "I'll tell you what I'm going to add to this." He goes, "I kick him in the chest." And that became his motto. I kick him in the chest. And
I
so
kick him in the
I'm
chest.
like, I look to the other players, and there's this one player named
Oh my god.
Darren, and these are people I knew from the Olive Garden, and this guy named Justin who I met in art class, and
Oh my
my
god.
girl Melody who plays D&D, who I'm trying to actually get into our current group right now.
Uh-huh.
Um, she played, and then there was another girl named Tara. So I looked to them for help, and they're like, "Well, you got to do this," and he goes, "No,"
You're the
and
wait, wait, wait. You're the DM and you look to the other players for help.
yeah, I looked like, "Help me persuade him," right?
Yeah, you're
And
like,
so
"Talk to MJ."
MJ goes,
Meanwhile, none of
MJ
them
picks
know
up the
him.
dice and he rolls. And I was like, "Oh
Is
my
that
God." I
yep.
was like, "Please roll like a 1 or a 2 or something." Nope. MJ rolled like a 17 or 18. And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh."
snap.
And then I was like, "MJ, okay." So in
That
Dungeons
is
and
the point of no
Dragons,
return.
I go, "You can do subdue damage." Right now, I'm really trying to help him out. Like, so whatever damage you do just knocks him out. And he goes, "Are you gonna do subdue
Yep.
damage?" And he's like, "No." I said, "I kick him in the chest." And I was like, "Oh my God." So
Gotta show MJ, dude.
he kills the merchant.
Oh my
Have you ever get a
god.
chance to get in contact with MJ?
Yes, he came I ran into him again after he came back from China. He was coming around Battle Zone Cannon Store before it closed,
Do you still have
and I
another way of
talked to
getting a
him.
hold of him, like Facebook or anything?
I don't now, dude. I was just while you were telling the story, I was trying to figure out who would have contact. I could try and get a hold of Cannon, but I don't think he's gonna have a contact with him.
No,
I don't know. You should try and talk to Ed. Maybe Ed has a way
maybe.
to
Yeah.
get in contact
All
with
right.
him.
So,
But yeah, dude, that would be
so
dope if
he
MJ
kicks him in the chest. He rolls the damage. He drops him to 0. I look to the rest of the party. I go, "What are you gonna
is on
do?"
your hands as well.
So at this point, MJ is like, I leave the gold there, and I saddle up my horse. Like he hasn't even paid for the saddle,
My
and so
horse.
and so I think he at that point he drops some additional. He looked at the player's handbook. He drops some additional gold, and then he goes, "I ride off." Like we have a mission to complete. And so one of the other
Yeah, but
player characters went and they heal him. Now, there's an encounter later on in the Dragon Mountain where there's this arrogant paladin that you have to deal with. And this
uh-huh.
played right into this because the arrogant paladin is meant to pick a fight with the party anyways. And
Yeah.
I just use this as an excuse like, I heard that we're looking for a monk. That was one thing of MJ. MJ, kick him in the chest. So
Kick him
between
in the
MJ
chest.
and Daryl, they had an enemies list that MJ wrote on the back of his paper. And
Oh my god.
I was like, "You can't even, you're not gonna be able to track these guys." And Daryl's like, "I took the blah 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 ranger, and it says when I get high enough level, I can track people through the plains." I was like, "How is that even
Oh.
possible?" He's
How's
like,
that even
and
possible?
then then I
In
thought
utter
about it, and I go,
disbelief.
"Oh, it's assuming that you know how to make the right contacts." you know where to start looking for people because you've studied whoever you're tracking. All right, fine, I get it. All right. They had an enemies list. There was one dude, the evil Lothar. Um, it was like, but I'll never forget that. I kick him in
Oh,
the
fucking
chest.
MJ, dude. I miss him.
Uh, so that's my how to do a revenge. I mean, like, interesting monk background story that doesn't overtake the campaign, and MJ, man, the greatest monk of all
MJ,
time, apparently, or
right?
the
An
angriest monk.
actual real life Shaolin monk.
Yeah, the actual real-life Shaolin monk with the temper. All right,
Oh
with
my
that,
god.
people, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we kept it under 40 minutes now. It's gonna be like
Nice.
41, but all these videos at this point, we've already talked through the player's handbooks are gonna be short. Like even when I do the other videos or the reviews, we really are going to like try to keep them to about 30 to 40 minutes or 45, give or take.
Yeah, the big chunks are gone.
Yep. So with that, people, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it enough that you made it this far. You hit the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Last words, Eric.
Oh man, MJ, we gotta find him.
Exactly. All right. With that, people, catch you later.
Later, guys.